If I were to say to you this watch is $500, I might spark your curiosity, I might not. If I were to say to you this watch is $200, I might now have your full attention. But if I were to say to you this watch is $60, what then? Hi guys, it's Ricardo Hawks back with another video, and today we're looking at Addiesdive, which is a Chinese watch brand that you can find on websites like Temu and AliExpress. Addiesdive are similar to brands such as San Martin and Steel Dive, which produce several homage watches as well as their own unique models from time to time. And this is where this particular watch comes in, the Addiesdive AD2030 or AD2030. Now you already know the price of this watch because I told you at the beginning of the video. You may be thinking, well, for that money it's going to be a relatively cheap looking bad watch. I mean, it has to be, right? For $60, what can you really achieve without cutting corners? So let's take a look at this watch and see if we can find any problems. To start with, the proportions of this watch are very universal and make it a good option for a wide range of wrists. The case size is 36mm with a lug-to-lug of 46mm and a thickness of 12mm, owing to a slim quartz movement inside. The case material is 316L stainless steel, which honestly is impressive for a watch of this price. Are we really getting 316L stainless steel? Well, it does feel on the money, but I'm no expert and further in-depth testing would be required to truly ascertain the makeup of this steel. The glass on this watch is a mineral crystal, which means it won't be as durable as sapphire crystal. Now I know we've become so used to sapphire glass in a lot of watches today, it's just something we come to expect, but I'm not going to hold it against Addiesdive just yet because I wouldn't call this a huge setback. A small disappointment maybe, but again, at this price, can anything be a disappointment? The screw-down caseback and crown means the watch comes with a 100-meter water resistance rating, good enough for daily use. When it comes to the finishing, I'm very taken aback actually. The polished and brushed surfaces look and feel very well done. The whole watch looks extremely premium because of this. I mean, it's not Grand Seiko level of precise manufacturing, but it's not far off, and that is saying something. It really does feel like the Chinese factories that produce these watches and other watches like this have mastered the art of good finishing on a budget. Okay, let's talk about this dial, shall we? I've recently gone to see the second Dune movie, and to me it feels like if Dune did have an official watch sponsoring the films, this would be the watch. This gorgeous sweeping sand dune effect on the dial is the best feature by far on this watch. Textured dials are hard to get right, and we usually only see something of this quality from a much more experienced brand. Look at Grand Seiko, for example, which I'm sure this watch takes some inspiration from. They are known for their standout dials, which capture your eyes immediately, but you'd have to spend upwards from $5,000 just to own one. The AD2030 manages to surprise and wow us with this dial. It's truly an accomplishment and something I take my hat off to Addiesdive for. You really have to see this dial in person to appreciate what they've accomplished here. A lot of the time, I think about innovation when it comes to watches. The watch world is mostly about making something timeless and simple, but every now and then I want to see something new or boundaries pushed. This dial should have appeared on a Rolex or an Omega, or as previously mentioned, something like a Grand Seiko. Why are we seeing this for the first time on a $60 Chinese watch. What does that say about horology and the direction that we are heading? I think overall this dial and this watch should be celebrated. This is a tremendous time to be a watch enthusiast, and although we'll always chase the outrageously expensive Grail watch, we have to remind ourselves that pieces like this now exist and are obtainable for the masses, and that's a good thing. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Let me know what you think about Addiesdive and this watch in general. And do you think that this dial is as good as I think it is? Hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.